The European Union, one of the world's economic superpowers, once again eyeing Bermuda. European officials in Brussels have demanded the island put in place rules to tackle tax avoidance by multinational companies. One of them is the requirement for such companies to maintain a physical presence here instead of merely being legally registered here.
In order to help assess.
Former Minister of Finance E.T. Richards dealt with the EU extensively during his tenure. He told us the EU demands are part of a long-term strategy.
The EU, along with other countries, have been on an orchestrated project to try to put offshore financial centers like Bermuda out of business. This is their aim, and they've been trying it for the last, I would say, 20 years. And this is the latest salvo in a battle that's been going on for some time. Every time they set up a set of criteria for us to meet, we meet them, and as soon as we do that, they set up another set of criteria, and another set, and another set.
Officials in Bermuda are so far uncertain over the long-term impact to Bermuda's economy by the rule that international companies must also maintain a physical presence.
Will doing so hurt our business?
Potentially, yes. I mean, there are a number of companies that have, like global companies, Google, Microsoft, etc., that have holding companies in Bermuda where the companies are operated by corporate service providers. Like some of them are, some of the corporate service providers are law firms, etc. So the companies don't have any employees of their own. They don't have an office of their own, but the local entities that employ local people provide the administration that's required.
Mr. Richards stresses while some international companies are not physically present here, it doesn't mean they don't contribute to the economy.
These holding companies in Bermuda very often save these multinational corporations a lot of money. Make no mistake that even though they don't have physical presence in Bermuda, in aggregate, in total, they hire a lot of Bermudians. They employ a lot of Bermudians.
Bermuda once again has complied with EU demands through this legislation, causing local politicians to accuse the EU of bullying the island. While Mr. Richards agrees with the local perspective, he points out the consequences of failing to comply.
Well, they would put us on a blacklist, and what that would do would be detrimental to the companies, particularly in the insurance and reinsurance sectors, that actually do have physical presences here. Many of these companies, that are the larger ones in Bermuda, are listed on major stock exchanges, etc., and it would be very, very difficult for them to justify to their shareholders that they operate out of a jurisdiction that's blacklisted.